noticed first when looking at this picture? The beautiful boy, the pretty woman, or the peaceful atmosphere of the painting? To be honest, deep inside, I have always longed for a family like this. A family where I can find myself at peace. A family where I can actually rely on whenever I need some rest. But reality is often a hard-to-swallow pill. Instead of this pretty woman with a parasol, my mother was the woman with the handcuff. No going out at night, your curfew is 9. No wearing short skirts outside. And not only that, she pressured me to study so much that I became overwhelmed. All my childhood, my own family, felt like a prison. I became fed up with my mother and her regulations, and I started to rebel. I would buy short skirts sneakily. I would head out with my friends at night whenever she was on a night shift. And I was always played truant from my classes. I felt great doing whatever I wanted until the consequences came. One night, when my mother was on a night shift, I played with my friends until 1 a.m. wearing a short skirt again. I walked home alone at that night, and suddenly a man was approaching me from behind, trying to touch me, and he called me. Hello, beauty. What are you doing here? Do you want to come with me? It's dangerous out here. I was too scared. I could feel the chills running down my back. I could feel my heart shaking and my body trembling. And I started to run. I ran as fast as I could. And yes, I arrived home safely. My body was still shaking, and my mind was filled with nothing but the echoes of my mother's words. No going out at night. No wearing short skirts. One day, we had a fight again. Why don't I ever see you dive deeper into your study? Study? I have to study 16 hours a day. 16 hours. And now why are you actually asking me to study more? You study for 16 hours. I work for 20 in a factory. For you to go to school, I am more tired than you actually think. Hearing that, I was too angry. I went out and came back immediately with a pile of books on my hands. I stacked them one by one in front of her. Mom, this is all the books I have to study in a week. Why do you expect me to study more? Have you ever thought that I actually have emotions too? Have you ever considered how I feel? A dead silence. I was about to leave the room when my mother suddenly spoke up. I'm sorry. I've never considered your feelings. It's because of my past. I quit school when I was in 8th grade because your grandmother saw any potential in me, and she would actually let me quit school rather than have me shame her by my low scores. And now, I am working here in a factory, doing manual work. I don't want you to become another me. And you see that I am living a difficult and hard life, right? You don't want yourself to be like me, right? I can quit school, but I cannot quit you. Dear fellow Toastmasters, I realize that a woman with a handcuff is as beautiful as a woman with a parasol. Instead of an extravagant dress, she wears a factory worker uniform. Instead of that elegant face veil, she wears a safety helmet. And instead of that beautiful umbrella, she protects me from all the rains, the storms, the ups and downs of life with her love under the form of strictness. Not every woman can afford such a beautiful umbrella because of the way they grew up, because their personality, or simply because they don't know how to express the feelings to us. But please remember that they have their own way of covering us. Not every woman has a parasol, but every mother has a parasol. Dear my fellow Toastmaster and Hunter's Chair, now I want all of you to close your eyes with me and slowly think about that unique woman with a parasol of yours. What does she hold, and how does she protect you with her parasol? Back to you.